it is that time of year to start thinking about taking a plunge to benefit a fantastic organization, Special Olympics, and we're talking the Polar Plunge 2020 version, and we have Sheriff Mark Overman with us, as well as Chris Baer from the Nebraska State Patrol. Thank you very much for joining us.
You bet. Thanks for having us.
So we're a little over 30 days away from this year. Of course, it's kind of special. It's going to be a leap year event coming up. Give us some of the details that people need to know about.
Well, this is our 9th event. Mark and I were talking, and it is our 9th event. So we've been doing this quite some time. We have a tremendous amount every year of community involvement, and we're just looking once again to get the community involved in this. It's a great project to support Special Olympics, and let me tell you, our local athletes and their families certainly appreciate our sacrifice of dipping our toes into that icy water.
Yeah, and you never know what it's going to be like doing so, but it's always something that if you're looking to put together a team, there's always safety in mind. If somebody's kind of worried about it, it's done in a safe manner.
It's always very safe, Scott. We're down at the North Platte River. We're the only plunge in the state that's actually in a river. Some of them jump into water tanks, and we've got the most beautiful spot. It's right on the river, right in the shadow of Scottsbluff National Monument. Mm-hmm. And the site is prepped very well. We get Paul Reed Construction to help us with that. The city of Scottsbluff helps us with that. We're going to have the Scottsbluff Fire Department dive team is on the scene. Valley Ambulance is on the scene. We've had I think one problem. One year we had a broken ankle, and that was just somebody got tripped up in the mud.
Sure.
But other than that,
we call it just jumping in.
Right. We call it our party at the river.
Sure.
And it's always a lot of fun. We encourage costumes and silliness.
And I was going to say, that's really part of the draw in doing this. Of course, being a participant, raising money for a very good cause, but having a whole lot of fun with it and really getting dressed up. And the themes tend to play really well with the audience.
The themes are great. Yeah, this guy here is always really, really good with the theme.
So it's your job to come up with the theme for a group every year?
No, I let the group do that, but yeah, we make it a point to have some fun with this event, and just our local athletes really enjoy that. Mm-hmm. I think they look forward to all the teams and seeing what people come up with, how creative they can be. So we encourage people to be creative and come up with some costumes and just have some fun with this event, while alongside supporting Special Olympics, raising some money for a great local cause.
Yeah, definitely. So now, of course, the signups for teams and taking pledges is open already, as I understand it. How do people get signed up and start making some headway in getting money pledged for Special Olympics?
The best way you can do this, we have everything set up on the scottsbluffcounty.org website. And you just go to that, www.scottsbluffcounty.org. You'll see a link to the Polar Plunge. Mm-hmm. And what you're going to see there is everything that you would see on the state Special Olympics website, which is SONE.org, SpecialOlympicsNebraska.org. And so we've got the logos, we've got all of the links. There's a first giving link. You can sign up online. You can create your own page. You can put it on your social media. You can send links to your family and friends by email and get them to support you.
And generate a little bit of buzz for the event. Of course, coming up on the 29th, Leap Day of Leap Year 2020. And of course, something like this doesn't happen without sponsors. And we'll talk about that and some more about the Polar Plunge this year when we come back in a moment. And we're back and we're talking about the Polar Plunge 2020 edition happening on Leap Day, February 29th. And I have Chris Baer from the Nebraska State Patrol and Mark Overman, Sheriff for Scottsbluff County. Again, thank you very much for joining us. A lot of support for this, not only from the people that take the plunge and get the pledges, but also from other organizations and businesses in the area that help out.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without our local sponsors. I'm really happy that we're the only polar plunge in the state that has hot tubs.
Yeah.
So our thanks to High Plains Spas, because they've been there every year. They've already committed this year, and it is so nice to get out of that cold river and walk about 50 yards and jump into a hot tub.
Oh yeah,
warms you right up.
Oh yeah, it does. We can all three, I'm sure, speak from experience on that one.
And Paul Reed Construction helps us with the site preparation, because the river changes every year, and so they get it to it. So it's very safe and very conducive. And of course, the YMCA helps us in the city of Scottsbluff.
Nebraska Army National Guard as well.
Oh, yeah. They supply the tents.
With the tents for the
Right.
for dressing out, yep. Yeah, so there's a lot of support that goes on with this, and of course it raises funds for Special Olympics, and these funds help with the competitions, they help with other things that Special Olympians are involved in.
Right, right. They help our athletes travel to larger scale events that are, traditionally in the east end of the state. So, and they help with a lot of events that occur locally as well. So it's just a tremendous boon for all our local athletes and their families.
And for those athletes themselves, I mean, it's to see the look of joy on their face to be able to compete in something like that is really amazing.
It is. It is.
And it's especially through events such as this that many of them are able to afford to be able to make that travel.
Right. And I think all of us can say that, we've all made some lifelong friends. They look forward to this event just as much as any other event we do, but they really look forward to this event and seeing all of us and spending time with us. And, it's just a tremendous, great time for all involved. So.
Now, I understand, of course, Polar Plunge here has been here for a few years. There's also another one here in the Panhandle now, up in the northern tier. Kind of give us some details on that.
That's correct, and it's a fairly young plunge, if you will. I think this is only their second or third year in operation, but they're doing one in Chadron in the afternoon on February 29th.
And I understand I guess the head of the organization is going to be in both locations this
Right,
year.
the state coordinator generally comes out, and they love coming out here.
Yeah.
And so Katie Keller with the Special Olympics Nebraska and some of her staff will be here to help ours in the morning, and as soon as they get done, they're going to head for Chadron and help Chadron.
So, of course, we have right now the big thing is the push to get people to sign up. You can have teams, you can have individuals. Of course, you might want to think about a theme or a costume to go with it. Of course, KNEB had 3 men and a baby last year, and no one knows what Bill and Nick are going to cook up for this year yet. And I have a feeling they won't reveal that until the day of anyway. But something you want to definitely think about if you're going to help out and take that plunge, be bold and get cold for the Polar Plunge for Special Olympics. And again, how do we get signed up and get those teams up and running to generate some pledges?
Best way, there's a link on scottsbluffcounty.org. There's a link to the Polar Plunge site. Everything you need is there. There's no requirement that you sign up before the day. You can sign up that day, and we'll have everything there to get signed up. But if you want to sign up early, it's available.
And of course, there are usually some perks for generating a certain number or a certain dollar amount of pledges.
There are, based on how much you raise. Sure. We ask everybody to raise $50.
Mm-hmm.
Raise $50, you get a T-shirt, nice T-shirt, and then it goes up from there.
And of course, this area very giving when it comes to good causes, and so should be able to get a lot of support.
Very, very much so. When you evaluate what we raise out here, there was one exceptional year where we had some competition between some teams where we raised more money than Lincoln did.
Yeah, I remember.
Lincoln's about 9 times our size, so we rubbed that in a little.
I'd like to be able to do that again this year, so you can take part and get a team, or do it yourself, raise pledges for the Special Olympics of Nebraska through the Polar Plunge 2020 right here in Scottsbluff County. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Scott.
Yeah.